and welcome to the Mumpreneurs MK Lounge, a YouTube channel shining a light on inspirational mums in enterprise and women in the community. I am your host, Bianca Chappell, and in the studio today we have Miki Garratt, who's the founder behind MKCA, Milton Keynes cheerleading gym. Miki's going to be sharing with us how and why she started her business and also what the journey to taking it international has been like. Welcome to the studio, Miki.
Hi.
So, whistle stop tour, bring the viewers into the why behind MKCA. How did it all start?
Okay, so initially I was a dance teacher at first, and then my dance teacher said to me, "You're young, there's this new cheerleading syllabus, do you want to give it a go?" I was like, "Yep, okay, I'll give it a go." And then from then on, I went and started working in the school, and people kept coming up to me and saying, "I want to be on your team, I want to be on your team." And I was like, "You can't if you're not in the school." So I then started MKCA because then everyone could be involved. Yeah. And I wanted it to be open for all girls, all guys, anyone who wants to do it.
So cheerleading is something that is obviously big in America, and it's starting to be very well known as a pastime activity here in the UK. Yep. What is it like to be the person who's really pioneering and championing it on the level that you are doing that within your local community? Because there's not many doing what you've done.
No, there isn't locally. So I'm really proud of what we've done. So we've got our gym. So we've got a brand new gym that's just opened in Bletchley, and our numbers have gone straight up. All the kids have improved, like having the facilities and being able to provide them with the best has just made them improve so much. And I'm so proud that we can do that for them, and I'm so proud of them. And also taking them to America as well. So we've recently been to America and competed in Atlanta, so that was amazing.
Well, that's a huge, huge highlight. Yeah. I want us to rewind, Miki, at the point of you saying to yourself that there's a need here and almost being invited quite organically to try a new area of physical activity within school, and then taking that out into the community and now having your own shop front business. This is something that children and people in the community literally walk into and enjoy. What was the journey of you actually starting it from conception to delivery? How did you make that all happen?
It was a long process. Yeah. So initially when I first did my training, it was very dance based. So there are many different types of cheerleading, and the most popular ones aren't necessarily the ones that I do. So people would usually think pom-poms. So,
of course, yeah.
So everyone thinks when they think cheerleading, they go, "Have you got pom-poms?" But actually that's not the type of cheerleading that I do. When I first started, I went through that dance route, and it was more choreographing and pom-poms. And now, once I got into it, I realised there was this whole other level that actually there's this thing called all-star cheer, which is what we do, which is basically cheerleaders competing against other cheerleaders. So to do that, I had to learn. There wasn't anyone that did it. There was no one that did it. Yeah. So no one around like this area had any kind of knowledge about that, what that was. So we had to hire in people from abroad, and I went to different workshops, and I had no clue. I didn't know what I was doing. I just went in there with an open mind and just absorbed.
What was the mindset behind that, Miki, of you stepping into unknown territory? What kept you motivated? Because you've said that the journey wasn't easy. Anybody in business knows, male, female, with child, with a not child. Yeah. The journey to running a business is not easy. But for you, you were completely stepping into new territory, not only in terms of learning a new skill, but bringing a new skill to the local environment. What kept you motivated? And what kept you going at the times of opposition and hurdles? Again, lots of which we face in business.
I think I loved what I do. Passion. And I think you have to be passionate about it. Like, I love doing it. Like, there's been times when it's made money. There's been times when it hasn't made money. And I think if you are going into something, you have to love it. If you don't love it, you can't give it everything you have. Yeah. And I love it. So
you are doing this whilst being mummy and wife. Yeah. What does the mum versus mumpreneur balance look like, especially with the business that I'm guessing for many mumpreneurs, they tend to find freelance work or start businesses around the children. But I guess for you, that's not the case.
Yeah, well, I actually started MKCA in 2005, and then I had my first child in 2006. So I was pregnant when I started MKCA. Yeah. So, I've not really known it without having children.
Okay.
Because
this is just your normal.
They've always been in it. And actually I thought this business could fit in around my family, because I can be there for them during the day. I can do all the mum stuff then. And then in the evening, when my husband gets home, I can then go off to work.
Go out to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's, you have a girl and a boy, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Are they both involved in the business? A lot of the time I speak to mums in enterprise especially, and there seems to be an element of wanting to really be a role model in terms of what's capable, showing our children what you are capable of, even if you don't know it. Is that something that's important to you, to shine a light on how mummy has done this?
I think my kids just take it in their stride. They just know it's all they've ever known.
Yeah.
So my son in particular, he was pretty much brought up in cheerleading. Yeah. Like, he was with me in all my classes, and the mums would like pass him around and cuddle him and all this kind of stuff while we were in classes. And he's like always been there. Yeah. He chose to step away from cheer a few years ago, and he's now focusing on like street dance. And I'm like, do you know what? I don't want you to do what I do if you don't like it. You have to like find your like own way. So he does street dance now, but he has started assisting coaching me like recently. Yeah. So I've been trying to get him to do things that are productive so I can give him pocket money and get him to be like, you know, sensible and understand the way things work. So yeah.
There's an element of being an entrepreneur where it's just about life skill, isn't it? It's just about tapping into your life skill and all these transferable skills. And we almost have a duty when we are mums in enterprise to show and expose, if you like, our children to that without them knowing that's what we're doing.
No.
Giving them that extra niche.
Yeah. The understanding of like how to work hard, how to work as part of a team, following instructions, being on time, wearing a uniform, all the stuff that you have to do when you get a job. So yeah, it's really important.
So share with us what it was like on your route to market. So you've gone from teaching in schools, you've gone to understanding that there's a new platform that you want to explore, to now having an incredible gym in the community. What was it like in terms of getting yourself from that shift of almost having the security of a school to then having to be on your own in the big wide world on the high street with a gym? What was that mindset shift like?
I think I've just kind of gone with it. It's kind of just like,
organic.
It's just kind of flowed. Yeah, it's kind of just flowed. And my business partner, I think it was confidence with us getting the gym. Yeah. So I always wanted to do it, but it's scary. It's scary going out there and putting yourself out there and being vulnerable.
And taking the risks.
Yeah, it's really scary. And then my business partner was like, nah, let's do it. She's like, power. She's the power. And I'm like, yay, let's do it. I go with her when she says yay. Yeah. But yeah, together it's brilliant because we both have such different skill sets.
Yes.
That way I was confident enough to do it because I knew that she would never give up.
Yes.
And she knew that I would never give up. So
she'd be that motivation.
Yeah, definitely.
What is it like? I was going to say, what is it like having a business partner? Because many people do this solo, but actually you've shined a light on the beautiful side of having business partners, because sometimes business partners can be known to either really work or completely butt heads. But you've kind of highlighted the importance of having two different characters and having one that complements each other.
Oh, absolutely. We're definitely like the yin and the yang.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. But I wouldn't have been able to do it without her.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Yeah. Because I think when you do it on your own, it's lonely.
It's very isolating.
It's lonely. Yeah. And there were times when I was just like, I don't work in an office. I work for myself. So I'm at home on my own during the day. Now the kids are all at school and away.
Yes.
I'm now on my own during the day. And then in the evening I'm out, so I'm away from everybody. So it can be lonely. But actually now I have somebody that I can bounce ideas off of.
Yes.
Support all the time. But
Which leads me to my next question, Miki, for someone who, like yourself, has been in business now since 2005. That's a long, sustainable time where I'm sure you've built up lots of strategies and practices personally and professionally to keep going. But what advice would you give to perhaps some of our viewers who are at the beginning of their journey in business? Perhaps things that you wish had been told to you or things that you've learned along the way. What would you share with people who's just starting out, or even maybe in the first year or so of their business, to be aware of to keep them going? What would be your pearls of wisdom?
I would say if you want to do it and don't give up. And you can do anything you want to do. I think I felt like I was so unconfident before and felt like I couldn't do it, and that you had to be a special sort of person. And what I didn't realise that actually you have to work hard. That's what you have to do. And if you want to do it, you have to work hard. You put the time in and you keep going, and you don't ever stop. And if you do that, then it will work.
Yeah.
There's no magic. There's no magic that happens. There's no fairy godmother that just goes, ding, I'm going to give you a gym. Yeah. You have to put in the time and the effort, and that's how you make it work.
Self-belief.
And believe in yourself. Yeah. And just don't stop.
So I know that you have just come back from taking your young cheerleaders across the pond. Yeah. So MKCA is officially gone, I was going to say stateside, but international. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about what that was. What did you guys get up to?
We wanted to give the guys, like the girls, an opportunity to compete against the best in the business. Yeah. Because I think the thing is, everyone sets their height. They go, I'm going to go this high. I'm going to go this high, and they look at everybody else who's in this country. But actually, there's not just that to aim for. There's so much more out there. And now they've seen, like the American teams, they were like, oh my goodness,
it's a different standard.
I get what you mean now. Yeah. Now I get why you've been telling me to do that. And I'm like, yeah. I've been saying that to you for a year, but now they've seen it, they understand it. Yeah. And I think if they're not shown that, and it only goes like so high over here, then they don't understand the level of performance. Like the performance level is definitely higher over there. Like the cleanness, they're so sharp with their motions, and they're so like just bigger than life.
But you've exposed your pupils, students.
Yeah, absolutely. And they have learned from it. They have learned so much. And I could see like, we had the opportunity to train in like a big cheerleading gym when we were over there. So, Stingrays, we actually trained in their gym for, 2 days, and we were like so grateful for that opportunity. Oh, wow. It was amazing. And seeing what a gym is like over there. Cause I see our gym, I mean, England is small, and our gym is small.
Scale.
Yeah. Their gym is 6-7 times the size of our gym, with full floors and like millions of athletes that go there. So for them, it was like, oh my goodness, this is what it could be like. Yes. We could build this. Yes. But yeah, it was just amazing. It was amazing for them.
MKCA seems to be so much more than just a cheerleading gym, which is a beautiful thing.
It's like a family.
It is a family, but it's also the skills that you're teaching young people that are coming in that, you know, it ticks so many boxes of physical exercise and just understanding how to push one's capabilities,
teamwork,
and achieve. Yeah, which is wonderful. Yeah. I guess it's all those old fashioned principles, isn't it?
I think cheerleading is great for everybody because it's about empowerment as well. Like you empower each other. You're part of a team. You work together. You have goals. It's just, I just love it. I wish I'd done it when I was a kid.
Yeah, I certainly see your passion, Miki. Yeah. So for anybody who's thinking, I think I want a bit of MKCA in my life.
Should do it. Everyone should do it.
How do they find you?
So we have a website, which is www.mkcheerleadingacademy.co.uk. There's also a phone number, which is 077 07 950 204, or you can see us on Facebook. We're also on Twitter and Instagram as well. So just look us up.
You've got a great social media presence.
Paige is in charge of that.
Yeah.
I can't take that. Partner. She's on it. Yeah, she's on it. Yeah, I'm going to credit where credit is due. She's great at that. It's been a delight.
It really has been a delight having you down here. And huge congratulations to all of the people in your cheerleading academy for that great success of going international. That's something to really be celebrated. Definitely. That's probably got to be one of your highlights in business.
Oh, absolutely. Like, you've got to push yourself, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've got to put yourself out there to move on, and we've done that. And I'm just really proud of the girls. I'm proud of how much they've grown as athletes and as humans as well, because also it's a different culture. Yeah. So taking them into a different culture and understanding, like tipping, things like that.
Little things that we don't do
they
here.
They don't get it.
Yeah.
They're like, I have to tip. I was like, you do have to tip. Yeah. Absolutely, you have to. And teaching them about the cultures and being out there with different people as well is just great.
Yeah.
So,
well done, you, Miki. Thank you for coming in today. I don't know about you, but I have been hugely inspired by this wonderful interview with Miki and just understanding the why behind her business. There are lots of episodes like this in the Mumpreneurs MK Lounge, wonderful mumpreneurs and women in business who are sharing and shining a light on the great work that they are doing in business, both personally and professionally. So if you want to be inspired more, then check out the episodes and subscribe to our channel so you'll be notified of when new videos go live. For now, I have been Bianca Chappell, and I have had a great time interviewing the wonderful Miki Garratt from the MKCA Academy. Thank you for watching.